Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news. Alright, folks, buckle up because today we have some game-changing news that could reshape the entire NFC North landscape, and more specifically, the Chicago Bears' future. It's not every day that you see a high-profile trade like this, especially involving a player as impactful as Cam Jordan. Yes, you heard that right, Cam Jordan, the legendary pass rusher from the New Orleans Saints, might soon be donning the blue and orange of the Chicago Bears. Now, I know what you're thinking. Cam Jordan, that's a veteran, isn't he getting up there in age? Well, at 36 years old, Cam Jordan isn't exactly a spring chicken, but let me tell you, his production and impact on the field continue to be undeniable. The Saints, as many of you probably already know, are in a bit of a transitional phase. They've been struggling to find stability at quarterback, trying out Tyler Show, Jake Heaner, and Spencer Rattler, and none of those options have really emerged as the franchise quarterback they desperately need to compete at the highest level. It's clear that the Saints are in a rebuilding phase, and their focus now is on restructuring and retooling the roster for the future. That means trading away some of their veteran players who still have a lot to offer but may not fit into the long-term plans anymore. Cam Jordan, a player who's been a cornerstone of that Saints defense for over a decade, is one of those players. Now, why would the Saints consider trading Cam Jordan? Well, the truth is, in a rebuild, every asset is on the table. They're looking for the best value in return, and Cam Jordan's experience, leadership, and production can be extremely valuable to a team ready to contend now, like the Chicago Bears. And folks, this is where it gets interesting because the Bears, under new defensive coordinator Dennis Allen, who, as many of you know, was the head coach of the Saints last season, are eyeing ways to bolster their defensive line for the upcoming season. The Bears' defense last year showed flashes of potential, especially with players like Montez Sweat, who's been a bright spot rushing the quarterback. But if they want to take that next step, they need more production across the line, more consistency, more impact plays. Sweat himself has expressed admiration for players like Cam Jordan, even admitting that he models his game after him. That's no small thing. When a young pass rusher looks up to a veteran like Jordan, it's a sign that his presence on the field commands respect and can elevate the entire unit. And here's the key. Dennis Allen knows exactly what Cam Jordan can bring to a team. They've worked together, they understand each other's strengths, and Allen's familiarity with Jordan's game is a huge advantage in making this trade happen. Last season alone, Cam Jordan still managed to rack up 28 pressures and 4 sacks. Think about that, despite his age, he's still producing at a high level. His experience and leadership are invaluable, especially for a young defense trying to find its identity, and for a team like the Bears, who are looking to solidify their front seven as they aim for a deep playoff run with Caleb Williams leading the offense. Now, imagine the impact Cam Jordan could have on the Bears' defense. His presence in the locker room, his on-field leadership, and his relentless pass-rushing ability could be exactly what Chicago needs to turn the tide. The Bears have been building their roster with a focus on both youth and experienced players, and adding someone like Jordan would send a clear message that they're serious about contending. His ability to generate pressure on quarterbacks, to create turnovers, and to anchor the defensive line could be the missing piece that takes Chicago from a decent team to a legitimate playoff contender. Plus, with Dennis Allen's familiarity with Jordan's game, it's a no-brainer from a strategic standpoint. Allen knows how to utilize him, how to fit him into the defensive scheme, and how to get the most out of his talent. This isn't just a move for now, it's a play for the future, a move that could secure the Bears' defensive success for the next few seasons. And let's not forget, Jordan's leadership and veteran presence are just as important as his pass rush skills. Young players like Montez Sweat can learn from him, and his presence on the field can inspire the entire defense to elevate their game. Of course, a trade like this isn't simple. The Saints will want a solid package in return, possibly draft picks or young players, but considering Jordan's production and leadership, the Bears should be willing to do what it takes. Remember, this isn't just about adding a player, it's about making a statement that the Bears are all in on winning now. With Cam Jordan on the roster, they send a message that they're serious about building a championship-caliber defense, one that can take the pressure off Caleb Williams and allow him to showcase his talent without constantly feeling overwhelmed. So, what does all this mean for the NFC North? Well, it's pretty clear that the Bears are making a bold move to shake things up. They're not just aiming to be competitive, they want to dominate. A veteran like Jordan could be the catalyst that propels them to the next level, and it could also serve as a warning to their division rivals that Chicago isn't here to play around anymore. The Packers, Vikings, and Lions have all been making moves, and now the Bears are stepping up with a potential game-changer. And for the Saints, this trade might be a way to recoup some assets and focus on their rebuild. Cam Jordan's leadership and production will be missed by the New Orleans defense, but they understand the bigger picture. Sometimes, to build a winning team, you have to make tough decisions. They're looking ahead, trying to get the most out of what they can get in return, and preparing for a new chapter without their longtime star. Now, I want to highlight that this kind of trade, if it happens, will have ripple effects across the league. The addition of a player like Jordan to the Bears' defense not only boosts their immediate competitiveness, but also sends a message about their intentions for the season. It's a move that could inspire other teams to follow suit, to be more aggressive in acquiring veteran talent who still have plenty to offer. It's also a strategic move that shows the Bears are serious about their defensive identity, especially after last season, where they struggled to generate enough pressure on opposing quarterbacks. And let's not forget the fans. Chicago fans have been craving a defense that can dominate and inspire confidence. They want to see that relentless, disruptive style of play that makes the opposing offenses think twice before dropping back to pass. With Cam Jordan adding his presence, that vision becomes more tangible. Imagine the roar of the Soldier Field crowd when Jordan hits the quarterback hard or makes a game-changing play. It's exactly the kind of energy and leadership that can turn a good team into a great one. So, as we look ahead to the upcoming season, keep an eye on this potential move. The Chicago Bears are clearly exploring options to strengthen their roster, and acquiring Cam Jordan could be the kind of bold step that shifts the entire division. It's a move that aligns perfectly with their goals, adding veteran leadership, enhancing the pass rush, and setting a tone that says they're in it to win it. The NFC North is about to get even more interesting, and the Bears might just have the secret weapon they need to make a serious playoff push. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUB algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you believe Cam Jordan is the missing piece for the Bears' defense? Would you be excited to see him in a Bears uniform? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. Remember, this is only the beginning. There's still a lot of offseason to go, and plenty of moves that could shape the future of this franchise. I'll be back soon with more updates. So stay tuned and keep that passion alive because the Chicago Bears are on the rise, and the best is yet to come.